It's just tough.
That's the scary thing about if you're say Kevin Feige, someone who's building out a franchise that's going to go on decades.
Yeah.
Is you never know when you hire somebody if something like this is going to happen.
But honestly,
even if it's not true, the fact that it's out there,
I think he's going to get recast, and I think that's totally fine. I don't think it will be that big of an issue if he gets recast, because people will understand. People are not going to be like, "Why did they recast it? Why did they do that?" They're going to be like, "Oh, I understand why they recast it."
But Warner Brothers done that with the Flash.
And that's why, remember we were talking about that? I was like, I don't know what the fuck Ezra Miller did. I think that's why people are not in outrage, because what has he done? I don't know. Like,
What have they done?
what have they done? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. What have they done?
There's allegations of grooming, kidnapping a person that they were allegedly grooming. They were staying with some people in Hawaii, some strangers they met at a bar or something, and then they ended up assaulting those people.
Yeah, I saw that.
They choked a woman at a bar. I think full on choke slammed allegedly.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Then they also like threatened other people at a bar in Hawaii. Basically, they were going crazy in Hawaii.
Yeah,
because most of this happened in Hawaii.
It is a valid point though. Like, why does Warner Brothers there is no outrage of Ezra Miller?
Because supposedly they've spent over 500 million on that Flash movie.
Yeah, and they just can't. It's already shot and everything. They can't.
It's kind of like we need to get at least some of this back.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, why hasn't people been outraged about it? I think it's a couple things. Ezra Miller is not that big of a.
Yeah, it's not going to get the same clicks. So it's not going to get the same amount of press.
Yeah, and that's really what it is. But he was going crazy, and I remember the assault. He went to jail for that and everything. That's what kind of made it big. But I didn't know about the grooming. I knew about the grooming, but I don't know any details about that. Like, what is that?
Supposedly, if I remember correctly, they met the girl. She was like 13 or 14. Do you remember when they had like those oil pipe protests, like in North Dakota, South Dakota, that area? So supposedly they were there and met like a 13 or she might have been 12 year old girl who was at the protests, and I guess they were native, or at least of native descent, and they kind of started a relationship then, and he basically kind of allegedly had been grooming her since then.
Wow.
And I think now she's 18 or 19. And then...
Yeah, it's nasty.
Yeah. And supposedly they ran off together at some point.
Yeah, that's nasty.
And then we're on the run.
Yeah, but I heard the Slash movie is fire. I heard the Slash movie is the one.
Dude, it's so interesting to see how cancel culture is kind of like slowly dying off.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
It was a phase.
Yeah, it was.
That was needed.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it was needed.
Because there's some shit where it's like, why the fuck was this in existence?
But yeah, it was definitely a phase where it was super big, but now it's starting to die off. Which I like it. Cause
I can tell based on how you've been acting this podcast.
It's because people don't really...
Usually I'm the one who jumps out on the ledge.
Because sometimes it's jokes and like fun and like, it's not all about, we don't want to get canceled, but we're just having fun.
Yeah, usually I'm the one who goes up to the ledge, jumps off, and then you're up there just with the camera like, oh yeah, I support you.
Yeah.
But not really going on the ledge.
Yeah. New year, new me. So I'm going on the ledge this year.
Oh, really?
All 2023.
You didn't even know what year it was.
I didn't, no. But yeah, I heard this Flash movie's fire. I keep hearing it. That is super good. That's probably why they were risking releasing
like this is the greatest superhero film of all time.
Have you seen the trailer?
No.
Yeah, I saw it. It looks pretty good.
I'm not really interested in watching it, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah. I heard they're trying to do a DC Marvel, what do they call it? Like a team up? Crossover, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I saw an interview with James Gunn. He was like, yeah.
James Gunn just be saying shit at this point.
Yeah, honestly. He was like, yeah, we talked about it. It's going to be years from now, but we definitely talked about it. But it's because they're both, him and Kevin Feige are friends, and they're both head of DC Marvel. Yeah, it's the next big thing.
Yeah, I don't care about that either.
I don't either, really. But I'm going to watch it if it happens.
Of course you are. You're going to go to theaters?
Yep.
Oh, you're not doing streaming services.
Oh, are you starting to see what like Disney's doing?
What?
They're releasing digital before they're releasing on Disney Plus. Like with Ant-Man, they're doing it.
What do you mean?
Like they're releasing like DVD,
Oh, so
Blu-ray.
they're doing the home theater before they do actual Disney Plus.
Yep, and I think a lot of studios are starting to go that route, like releasing it on where you can buy it on like Amazon or whatever, instead of releasing it on their platforms right after it gets out of the movies,
Yeah.
which they should have been doing from the start. Like they,
Well, it's because Paramount was actually doing the best over the last few years because that's the model they were doing.
yeah, or they, yeah, like I don't understand it.
Well, Sony too. Both
Sony,
Paramount
yep.
and Sony have been killing it because put it in theaters and they sell it.
Yep, Sony was like,
Sony had the additional thing of then also after a certain time period, then
yep, giving it
leasing
to-
the rights, the streaming rights off
Yeah, smart.
because they don't have a streaming service.
That was smart for them not to even try to get a streaming service. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna let them take care of it, and we're gonna still stick with our model.